team forecasting is YäRKEN's solution to forecasting cloud spend. We have taken a team-based approach, putting the team at the center of the forecast rather than a technology forecast. So the big difference is we're not as much looking backwards into historical spend to then predict future spend. It's more a forward-looking approach to spend that is based all on collaboration. So we have a dashboard that is it has a team rank, a leaderboard here where it's just a little bit of a gamification of forecasting accuracy. So we got a couple teams here that are doing that are looking after some cloud spend, and for the whole organization, we're looking at the forecasting accuracy month on month. So ideally, we want to get this down to less than 4%. From a rec status, they're sitting a bit above that. So again, we got our teams. They are on a leaderboard, and they can see how they're doing from a forecasting perspective. If I go into one of the teams, let's pick the Autobots team here. So our forecasting is really around differential forecasting, right? So when I look into July, so let's assume we're in June and we're looking at the July forecast. So the July forecast is really it's a place for the team to come together. And when I talk about team, I mean the FinOps team, the product team, the finance team, the engineering team, the op team, and they can all see the same numbers and they can all collaborate together. And then they can make comments and adjust their forecast. And it's always a change in forecast to the last month, right? So it's not an absolute forecasting. It's more of a, well, I'm going to do this and I will do that, right? So it can be something like implementing some recommendations that we have here already. But it could also be something that comes from a product owner, a project owner, saying, hey guys, we are onboarding a new client similar to this other client, ABC, right? We expect an uptick of usage. Therefore, we will up the forecast by 500 a month. And then I can do this for 1 month, or I can say like, oh, this is going to apply indefinitely. 500 in. Yeah. And so what it's done is it's up the forecast in all of these. So if I look at an August forecast now, I see this as well, right? So it's all the information, and all the information is stored as well. This can go differently as well. So let's say a project is delayed. Everybody knows it, but nobody's going to update the forecast because of that. But with our platform, now we give the facility for the teams to come together to do this. And ultimately, we want the team to get together on a monthly basis and to do that. It's just an entry point into forecasting. Over time, obviously, we'll offer trend-based forecasting and other things like that as well. Once the forecast is in place, the team can also look at their trends, right, from an accuracy perspective. So each team for months gets a rec status, right? So we have configured the min, max, and medium, what's acceptable from a forecasting perspective, and obviously we're trying to get all teams into the green space here over time, so we can track the variance as it progresses over time. But this is in addition to the overall status, obviously, of the forecast accuracy that we have here up on the leaderboard and the dashboard side. So to summarize, forecasting is about tracking, reducing your variances, understanding your iconic events, documenting them, being able to draw on that information and to learn from it. And in addition to that, it's a collaboration platform where we can over time just see all the comments that are happening in a space, and have them communicate, that the various team members communicating on one platform, with the goal of understanding, the horizon of forecasting better, which then can be used to update your budget and so forth.